Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So here in this video we are going to discuss the previous year's questions which are from estimation, costing and valuation subject given in the year 2019 MPSC MES mains. So totally 9 questions are there. We will see the explanation of all the 9 questions in detail. So let us see them. So first question, generally how much amount is provided in estimate as work charged establishment? Okay, they are asking the question about what topic? Work charged establishment. So first we should know what is work charged establishment. We should know what is work charged establishment. So basically when we are doing a project, what we do is for few works, we take the people, we take the labor, or else we take the supervisor, or else we take the employees on temporary basis. That means they will not be the part of any organization, but just if we have a small work with them, we will take them on temporary basis, and for them whatever the amount you pay, that is called as work charged establishment. And usually this work charge establishment is how much is 2 to 2.5%. Okay, what is the work charge establishment? 2 to 2.5%. So that is the right answer here. 2 to 2.5% is the right answer. See the second question. In rate analysis procedure, by what percent the wet volume of the concrete is to be increased for determining the dry volume? Okay, so what they are asking, see this clearly, you are doing the rate analysis, and when you are doing that, by what percentage of the wet volume of concrete is to be increased for determining the dry volume. So you want suppose 1 meter cube of wet concrete. If you want 1 meter cube of wet concrete, then how much quantity of dry volume you have to take? So here basically it has to be 1.52 meter cube of dry volume, because when you are mixing the concrete, initially we take all the dry materials, and all these dry materials we will keep in the mixer. But when you keep them in the mixer, what happens? All the materials will be subjected to compaction. That means all the particle comes together there. So when all the particles comes together, the volume in the wet condition decreases. Okay, so whatever the dry volume if you are taking, if it is large in quantity, when you are mixing, it will become small in quantity. So if you take 1.52 meter cube of dry volume, you will get 1 meter cube of wet concrete. So now how much additional percentage you are considering here? You are considering the additional percentage of 52%. So 52% will be the answer here. 52% will be the answer. Okay, so let us see the next question. So what is the next question is capitalized value of a property fetching a net annual rent of rupees 1000 and highest rate of interest prevailing being 10% will be. So now what they are asking is, they are asking the capitalized value in the question. What they are asking? They are asking the capitalized value. So now we have a formula for the capitalized value. What is that formula? Is net annual rent into years purchase. Net annual rent into years purchase. That is the formula. Very important formula this is. This formula, based on this formula, they have asked number of questions in number of exams different times. So very important formula to remember. So now here you know what is the net annual rent, that they have given as 1000 rupees. Okay, so you know this value. But do you know this years purchase here? Do you know this year's purchase here? No, you do not know that. So first you should know what is the year's purchase. So now what is the year's purchase is, for that the formula is 100 by annual interest rate. So now in this case, what is the annual interest rate they have given? 10%. So 100 by 10, that is equal to 10. 100 by 10, that is equal to 10. So years purchase equal to 10 here, and you know the net annual rent, that is 1000. So 1000 into 10, which is equal to 10,000. So that is the answer. So answer is 10,000 rupees here. Okay, answer is 10,000 rupees. So very important formula. This is capitalized value. What is capitalized value? It is the product of net annual rent into years purchase. But how to calculate that years purchase? So 100 divided by annual interest rate. 100 divided by annual interest rate. That will give you the years purchase. Okay, so that's the concept. Next one, in the center line method of calculating the quantities, the following rules for each item from the foundation is applied. The total center line length of each item is calculated, and for cross walls deductions are made as follows. So now you know, like in center line method, when you get an L junction like this, you don't need to make any deductions here. You don't need to make any deductions. But whenever you get a T junction like this, then what you need to do is, you have to make some deduction here. So how much deduction we have to make is, at each T junction, we have to make the deduction of half into breadth of the item at each junction. So you can simply you can write it like half into T. That means at this junction, whatever the thickness is there, in that half length you have to deduct. But suppose an intersection is there like this. Instead of junction, an intersection is there like this. Then at this junction, at this intersection, how much time you have to make the deduction is, that is the deduction must be T in length there. So it is if it is the intersection, T is the length, and if it is the junction, then what is the deduction you have to make is half into thickness. But suppose whenever it is an L junction like this, you don't need to make any deduction. Okay, these are the three things you have to remember. Very important. Next thing, which value is obtained by dismantling the building? Okay, so now here 4 options are given: book value, distress value, salvage value, and scrap value. So 4 they have given. So let us see each and every term first. Book value, first one. So what is book value is? It is the initial cost minus depreciation up to that year. Okay, initial cost minus depreciation up to that year. So if you do this, then you will get the book value. Next you have the distress value. So whatever this distress value is there, that is also called as forced value. Okay, distressed value is also called as what? Forced value. And what is this is, suppose you have a building, and its market rate is 50 lakhs, let us say. You have a building and its market rate is how much? 50 lakhs, let us say. But under some forceful condition, maybe you have some medical emergency. So in that case, what you do is, you may sell it for less price, which may be 40 lakhs. So if you sell something less than the market value, that is called as a distress value. Next one, salvage value means, suppose an object is there, or else a machine is there, and for that machine at the end of its life, without dismantling that, if you sell that, then whatever the value is there, that is called as a salvage value. What is salvage value? Okay, at the end of the life, without dismantling. So now see the question, whether they have given without dismantling or with dismantling? They have given as dismantling the building. So whenever dismantling is done for the object, for the machine or for the building, at the end of its life, that is called as scrap value. That is called as how much? Sorry, that is called as what? Scrap value. And whatever this scrap value is there, usually it will be 10% of the cost of construction. Okay, whatever the scrap value is there, if that value is not given, it is taken as how much? 10% of the cost of construction. Okay, so these are the 4 terms you have to remember. And what is the answer for this one? Scrap value, because in the question they have mentioned as dismantling the building. Okay, next question. The sanction of detailed estimate, design, calculation, quantity of work, rates and cost of the work by competent authority is called as. So now you have to know 3 terms here. We have to know 3 terms here. What are the 3 terms is? First one is administrative approval. First one is administrative approval. So what is administrative approval is? Suppose when you want to do a road project, when you want to construct a highway, then you should get the approval from the National Highway Authority of India. So when a proposal is there, whatever the formal acceptance given, when a proposal is there, whatever the formal acceptance given by the competent authority, that is called as administrative approval. Next one, technical sanction. What is technical sanction is? Okay, so now let us say a project is approved, highway project is approved. And after the highway project is approved, you should know what is the length of the road you are making, and you should know what are the quantities of the work you have to do. So all these things has to be calculated by the authority. So whatever those details you mentioned, that is called as, whatever the approval of those things are there, that is called as a technical sanction. So this technical sanction basically includes whatever the drawings required, whatever the designs required, and what is the quantity of the work, and what is the rate and cost of the work, all these things. Then expenditure sanction means whatever the amount you require. Okay, whatever the amount you require, that will be given by some authorities, and that sanction is called as expenditure sanction. So now in the question they are asking about the design calculation, quantities of work, rates and cost of the work by competent authority. So what will be the answer? Technical sanction will be the answer. What will be the answer? Technical sanction will be the answer. Okay, next question. Determine the capital sum to be invested to receive annual income of rupees 1 lakh if the rate of interest is 5%. So this is one of the question which we have seen earlier. See the third question, suppose. See the third question, capitalized value they are asking, and here also they are asking the same thing. They are asking the capital sum. Both are same, no difference at all. So again you need to use the same formula. What is the formula? Capital sum equal to, see here instead of annual rent they have given annual income. So take it as annual income into years purchase. Now tell me what is the annual income here? Annual income is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh into, now you know the formula for the years purchase. I don't need to say that again. Years purchase is 100 by rate of interest, which is equal to 5. So 1 lakh into 100 by 5, that is equal to 20 lakhs rupees. Okay, that is equal to how much? 20 lakhs rupees. So that will be the answer. Next one. Which of the following method is also called as out to out and into in method? Now, basically, when you want to do the detailed estimate, we have 2 methods. Okay, we have 2 methods. Mainly 2 methods. Of course, 3 methods are there. Mainly 2 methods are there. What are the 2 methods? First one is the long wall, short wall method, and second one is the center line method. So now, if you take the long wall method, in that what we do is, suppose if this is the walls, if these are the walls, then along the long wall, this is the long wall and this is the short wall. Along the long wall, what we do is we measure from end to end. Along the long wall, what we do? We measure from end to end. Then once if you measure along the long wall, then what happens is it covers all this area. It covers all this area. Here also. It covers all this area. Then while measuring the short wall, we don't need to measure from end to end because already this area is covered here. So we measure from this point to this point. We measure from this point to this point. So in the long wall method, what we are doing is we are measuring from out to out. And in the short wall method, what we are doing is we are measuring in to in. We are measuring into in. So long wall and short wall method is also called as what? It is also called as out to out and into in method. And remember that this long wall short wall method is also called as PWD method. It is also called as what? PWD method. Because the Public Works Department uses this long wall and short wall method only. That's why it is called as PWD method. Okay, next question, last question. Detailed specification for an item of PCC should include following points. So option A they have given is quantity of material, cost of different material, work condition. But you know, like detailed specification or general specification does not include the cost of different materials. It will not be there. It will be there only in the rate analysis. It will not be mentioned in the specification. So this option is wrong. Next one, general specification. So in the detailed specification, general specification must be there, and materials to be used, whatever the materials you are using, that must be there. Quality and proportions, quality must be mentioned. Like quality, you require good quality or else you require medium quality, that should be mentioned. And construction method in the sense, suppose if you take the mixing of concrete, it may be hand mixed or else it may be machine mixed. That thing also must be mentioned. Items to include or exclude, that should be also mentioned. And mode of measurement and payment. So all these things you have to mention in the detailed specification. So this is correct. No, nothing is wrong in that. Next, C option, work condition at site, BAS requirements, labor requirements and its cost. Again the term cost is coming here. Okay, again the term cost is coming here. Here mode of measurement and mode of payment is coming, but how much cost is not coming in the specification. But here what they are saying, labor requirement and its cost. Again if cost is there, that will not be coming in the specification. So this option is also wrong. Next, final option, sources of material, instructions by PWD and labor requirement. This is correct. Sources of materials, instructions by PWD, labor requirement, this is correct. But if you compare with this option, okay, if you compare with this option, this option has all the things whatever is required. So this will be the correct answer. Option B will be the correct answer. Okay, so these are the 9 questions given in the year 2019. So we will come with many more videos for all the subject.